The following is a review of a comic and should not be looked at as an endorsement of the creators involved. If you really think that it is, you should probably be getting yourself checked out because you're reading into things that aren't there. Also, the quality of this video is low, so if you're expecting high standards, go check out someone else. What you see is what you get. Thanks and enjoy!
Hey guys, StarCraft here, and today we're going to be picking up where I said we'd be coming into next. This most balls to the walls, insane books, and written by Frank Tieri, who's no stranger to this show since he's been doing the Jughead the Hunger and Vampironica versus Jughead the Hunger versus Vampironica stuff. He's also that Old Lady Harley and all that, but this, along with the artist Mark Tieri, has to be in Texeria. This will be one of the most weirdest, off-the-wall books. Space Punisher! Yeah! But the thing about this one is, it's just a complete reimagining entirely, and it's just balls to the walls. So let's just dive right in and see what I mean. We open up with this symbiotic creature, as the Punisher just comes snooping in right onto the planet. Turns out it's the symbio broods. The Brood ants. Basically the brood and the symbiotes all tied in together. And Frank is ready, as he has two guns, Sound and Fury. Sound takes off the symbiote, and Fury blasts these brood to pieces, as he just takes them all down, with the help of his little robot buddy, Chip, who is based off of his son. Yep, in this version, he only had a son, no daughter. I think that's an interesting way of handling it, but yeah, then they take down the Brew Ant Queen, and taking it down after leaving a bomb in its place, and takes out the whole creature, making a black hole. They make it on the Earth as they start to do some repairs, as the ship's AI, Maria, based off of his wife, I actually like this quite a lot, better than Microchip anyway, are discussing everything, and they decide they've gotten a little computer, they had downloaded some stuff, which they were able to decipher a transmission to a figure named Barracuda, based off of the Garth Ennis villain. But first, we gotta go to Starjammer, where I believe Corsair is there. Yeah, and I love this moment of the Punisher and Chip just walking in. Look, there's Thanos and some of the other space villains. Blastar even. Mark Texeria's artwork is great. But yeah, Punisher asks for Barracuda. Corsair comes in just trying to be all chummy, but Punisher ain't handled it. So the Bouncer, a space version of Rhino, is there, and basically ready to throw his ass out or crush his head, one or the other. But then Punisher, using Maria, zaps the Rhino, basically making his point as he then goes in to find Barracuda and totally trashes him up. But Barracuda says, hey, I got the information, alright? Look, because he basically thinks he's the one who was responsible for the death of his family. But he's like, no, look, I can help you, alright? I got information. Look at that holodisk. And he does. It's Space Fish 4, to which he's even like, are you fucking kidding me? Next disc! And then we find out the six, which are the Ants, who we dealt with, Dr. Octopus, the Green Goblin, Magneto, Ultron, and the Red Skull. Nice redesigns. As now, but at that same moment, we have the leaders showing up with Space Deadpool and Space Sabretooth, leaving it on a cliffhanger, of course. The next issue then picks and introduces us to Space Hulk, which has to be the most deadliest and dangerous version of all. Similar backstory of a Bruce Banner getting transformed, although in this case he has stayed in this form. So yeah. And we also find out about the Avengers Federation, but they've been way off in the distance. So we bring the Hulkbusters, led by Space Samson, as they head off, ready to fight him, and you even have General Ross say, "This is the answer to our problems." But Hulk devastates them all. To which even Talbot says, "If that was the answer, I hate to hear the question. Get shot. Anyone else and wants to be a comedian?" That's the last we see of Ross anyway, but not the Hulk. So yeah, Sabretooth is ready to skewer him. Of course, Barracuda's already dead. And so, yeah. But Punisher's ready for them and takes them and starts taking them down as Deadpool starts blasting at him. But then all of a sudden the Hulk shows up. Strangely, they don't know why, but he has. And he starts to throws Sabretooth, eats Sabretooth, I should say. Throws, rips off Deadpool's head and throws it into space. And he stares at the Punisher. The Punisher tries to strike him down, and it does nothing. But Chip's able to mess him up a little bit if they get out of there. I do love this, though. Oh, and what the burp took you so long? We were hiding behind an asteroid. Perhaps you haven't heard, but there's a ship-destroying monster in the vicinity. Roar! I might have heard of something about that. Yeah. As they get out of there by abducting the leader, where they do a complete another, they basically cut him apart at everything to get what information they can, until they're able to find out about Doc Ock. So then they toss the remains all out into space before they leave. We then see Frank is remembering the time with his family, typical Punisher stuff. Until we find out they had found Doc Ock and put him on the front of their ship, going at top speed, so yeah. So they're able to barely get word of what the answers from him, and they kill him. As they then decide to head on out, and but then they find out it's not just the Six they're dealing with, it's a bunch of Watchers. Basically the whole point is, what if a bunch of Watchers decided to, become mafia bosses and actually interfere with the universe? That's what led to all this. So yeah, Punisher is blasting up the joint, and we see Goblin, Magneto, Ultron, and the Red Skull. They finally eventually capture Punisher, who has the body of Dr. Octopus. Magneto's about ready to kill him. They're all about ready to kill him when Magneto is shot in the head. Turns out Chip was hiding in the corpse of Dr. Octopus. They then start to take them all out. Killing the Green Goblin, taking one of the pumpkin bombs, shoving it into Red Skull's head, killing him. And then Ultron is ready to kill Frank. But then Chip reaches in and rips out his guts, taking them all out. But Ultron reveals about the Watchers. Realizing they're going to have to deal with the Watchers, they think there's a weapon that the Avengers have that they could use. So they head down into their museum, or their storage area, with all the great weapons, including the Infinity Gauntlet, until you see Jarvis. But there's no ordinary Jarvis. He's a super butler, as he just starts wailing into them. Starts shooting them all, and not shooting them all, but just tearing into them. He can even punctuate his space bazooka's blast, or Super Bolt. And he's about ready to smash his head in what's collected his helmet, till they just transport him out into space. They then leave and head to, where the Watcher's planet is. But when they get there, the Watchers had to make an example. And Chip, Captain, I don't feel so. He explodes. Feeling devastated by this loss, Punisher pulls out the weapon, the ultimate nullifier, and he pulls the trigger. Now, I love the cover to this last one. Buy this comic or I shoot this planet. Classic. Uatu then explains everything. Like I said, they decide to interfere and actually manipulate things as to their liking. We then see the Punisher having his family back, but he knows something is wrong, as he's ready to shoot his life, and we find out, it was just an illusion. The ultimate nullifier did nothing. Why? They created it. as a joke. That's all it was a chance to just make their point. Maria then contacts Frank and reveals about studying about the Hulk. They realize why he came earlier, because the leader's sonic blast the frequency draws the Hulk. So she's basically been broadcasting it for a while, and the Hulk's on his way, pissed. And so he tells them that because the Watchers are interfering, Frank then says, like, send the chip down here. Implant a chip in my arm. You should be able to at least locate that. She does so. He chops off his arm and gives it to one of the Watchers. And the Hulk comes down and just kills them all. But then as Frank picks up his Chip's head, we hear a voice saying, kill me, please. Hulk rips open. There's Bruce Banner still alive. Well, not for long. Then the Hulk, with Bruce's corpse still within him, jumps off. Uatu then taunts Frank, saying the universe is going to burn without us. Frank just takes off, and then Uatu, with his dying breath, zaps the ship, disabling and destroying Maria. The ship's still stable, but Maria is gone. Frank then looks out. He hears reports about, sure enough, everything's going to hell, and then he tells the universe to burn. For all he cares. Then we see a bunch of Skrulls are being killed off by, wouldn't you know it, the Avengers Federation. And they're getting word about what's going on, and they're ready to come back. Just look at these space versions of the Avengers. And then it ends with them contacting Jarvis, who reawakens. And that's it. That's the end. I really do like this book in this series. It is very good. Very balls to the walls, just insanity. So, and it tells its story, reimagines everything, and it's unabashed about it. So, yeah. It was always talked about doing a follow-up at one point, but nothing's come about it. But if you guys ever get your hands on this, buy it and check it out. You'll really like it. Well, that's all I've got to say. Hopefully, I'm either going to get into doing Green Lantern, Grant Morrison's Green Lantern, now that that's wrapped up. Maybe the other Ninja Turtles miniseries, finally. And maybe Cyberpunk if I get that in. Who knows? But until then, I'll catch you guys later.